All right, Gabrielle and me are here with Play with Matches.
Hello.
We just did a nice long warm up show. That was how long was that, man? We did a good 16-minute warm up of
Just talking.
just talking, dude. Maybe I'll put it out someday. But we are going to take a look at some very crazy toxic people again.
I still can't believe this is the state of the world right now.
We're going to start with one of the craziest stories that I've ever heard. And this is we're just going to get going, dude. Honestly,
Okay.
we're going to look at AOC talking about Charlie Kirk and it's like, who are these people, man? But check this out.
No
Okay.
humanity.
Right out of the gate. Libs of TikTok posts this. I have no words. Grown adults infiltrated a kids group chat to dox students who were forming a high school Turning Point USA club and threatened them and anyone who supported them. This might be one of the most deranged things I've ever seen. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So check this out. So this is Moms for Liberty, Harris County, Texas. It's in Texas. Stratford High School teens forming a Turning Point USA Club America were doxxed by adults sharing students' internal GroupMe content in the, quote, Be the Change private Facebook group, urging 730 members operating in secrecy to also intimidate teacher sponsors. Reprehensible. These are kids. Okay. And I don't know who this Ken Paxton person, who they, it's the Attorney General. But check this out. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this is the woman who did it, is Natalie something or other.
Nadia, and said on the last slide.
Natalie Herpin.
Nathalie.
Why don't you read that, Gabrielle? This is the woman who is doxing the kids, and then there's all this information about who this woman is, and she is crazy town.
Well, clearly. Stratford parents, I have an urgent request. Please, please, please send emails to two teachers who are rumored to have agreed to sponsoring a club that will sow division and hate among our students. This is dangerous territory, and it would help if those teachers knew that their consideration was not appreciated by the remainder of the student body. It appears that Denise Bell, censorship advocate, that's her handle, is pushing for Stratford students to start.
Her handle is, her Mama Bear is book aware.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. Is pushing for Stratford students to start a TPUSA club at the school. She brought into a GroupMe chat that Javon Evans, who is the Gulf Coast representative of Club America, which is the Turning Point USA student club name, but it's absolutely the same organization.
So what?
Without principal's approval, they already decided their first meeting is Friday and have already started an Instagram page, Club America _
So what?
Right.
Right.
Redacted and redacted teacher are the two who are being claimed as sponsors per the GroupMe. Before this gets too far, please send an email and remind them of the following. Club America is formerly known as Turning Point High School, same organization rebranded, formerly linked to the Turning Point USA website.
Right.
Turning Point USA is known for having a professor watch list where any teacher can be turned in for witch hunt and professional stalkers who will work to get them fired. Turning Point USA is a political organization, and there's no mistake that the teachers who sponsor this club are making a personal political statement.
Oh, unlike you right now?
Yeah.
She's a teacher. Like, unlike you.
It's the inability to
have self-awareness.
Yes.
It's amazing. Like, look at this. And then Turning Point USA has frequently framed immigrants, black people, and LGBTQIA plus individuals as an existential threat to white Christian Americans. The existence of this group is guaranteed to sow division and potentially promote violence. Okay.
So let's dox the children.
It's, first of all, not true. Okay. But in order to understand that, you would need to be able to hear a person say the words Christian white America or black America and not immediately have your brain implode. Like, It's like they act like those things don't exist. Like, there is no reason to ever address those groups as individual things or topics that you would talk about. It's like, it's unbelievable. Like, okay, so given the famous founder having recently been murdered by an individual motivated by interpersonal rivalry, Nick Fuentes or Charlie Kirk is oh my God. So just straight up lying. Okay. It is very risky for students to bring that kind of potential inflammatory rivalry into school halls, especially with the rate of school shootings in the United States. Wow. Famous quotes from Charlie Kirk that do not promote the SBISD value of every child being important and valued. Quote, happening all the time in urban America, prowling blacks go around for fun to target white people. That's a fact. It's happening more and more. I will show you him saying that and show you the context. Quote, I'm dealing with somebody in customer care who is a moronic black woman. I wonder if she's there because of her excellence or because of affirmative action. That's not the quote, but I'll show you what he said. Quote, reject feminism, submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge. There's definitely context there. And quote, the answer is yes, the baby would be delivered, responding to a question about whether he would support a 10-year-old daughter aborting a pregnancy conceived because of grape. Right, because he believes that abortion is murder. Okay, I'm not saying I necessarily agree with him, but like if you're like every time that they make that argument and they're acting like this is like them signing off on the grape of people is so disgusting.
Yeah.
Quote, reject feminism, submit to your husband. Oh, I'm sorry, we already saw that. I think it's worth it to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. Hey,
have you seen that full quote in context?
Yeah, and also
where he compares it to driving cars and like there are car deaths every year. So do we just ban cars or? And
how do we feel now after the U.gov survey that said that 24% of young liberals are good with their political opponents being murdered? So you want us to turn in our guns now?
I'm cool off that.
Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of his quotes. I'm actually going to move over here and pull up because Waking with JP actually did a video last night where he shows these quotes because everyone
in their
is
full context.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone. Oops, I didn't even need to do that.
It's just a soundbite America, man. Like
it's
just taking little bits and spinning them to your narrative.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, so this is people that misunderstand Charlie Kirk. Here we go.
You're comparing abortion to the Holocaust.
Absolutely, I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse.
Were these blacks trying to go rob her? Happening all the time in urban America. Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact. Black crime is a major issue.
You see that?
And again, those are the quotes that are being ripped around the internet. Show me where he said something hateful there. Do you hear? I'm serious. I mean, like, if you're a black person, do you take offense in that? Because he says some black people go around targeting white people in the inner cities.
I mean, it's a truthful statement.
I'm serious. Like, if you were black, would you hear that and go, oh my God, racist?
I don't know. I can't speak on that because I'm obviously not black, but I feel like when people start to have an issue with just stone cold facts that there's a bigger issue at hand.
Agreed. And I can tell you for sure, I would not. If they were like white people in the whatever, I would, I mean, it depends on who's saying it and why. But if they're like, hey, like if I'm in the middle of Mississippi and I'm walking through here and I see a group of white dudes chilling, looking like they might be wearing hoods, am I not supposed to be scared? Has there a history of those guys tracking people like me down and hanging me from whatever? I'd be like, yeah, that's completely fucking accurate. I'd be terrified if I was him too.
Mm-hmm.
Racist. I find that when a father of young children is murdered, it's an excellent time for me to go on a rampage letting everyone know he's a racist.
I don't think Charlie Kirk was a racist.
Well, apparently you haven't seen everything I've been posting. Black women do not have the processing power to be taken seriously. Charlie Kirk said that. It doesn't get any more racist than that. Well, people are saying he said that, which means he said it.
Let me see where he said that.
Yeah. Check this out.
I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot.
Pretty disgusting that he would say.
So, right there, that sounds pretty racist on its face at first, but not really, because he's obviously talking about someone specific, right?
Okay. Yes.
Georgia, we're in the middle of filming something.
So, obviously talking about someone specific, he probably could have left out, this is just my own personal feeling, probably could have left out took a white person's job, could have gone with a qualified person's job.
That's fair.
That would have been a better statement.
That's true, actually. Good job, Gabrielle.
Thank you.
You're right. But there's obviously context. And let's go ahead and take a look at what the context actually is.
Say that about all black women, right?
He was saying that about 4 specific black women that were awarded opportunities based on their skin color rather than the merits of their achievements.
No. He thinks all black women don't have brain processing power.
You just showed a short out of...
Hey, that's why Candace Owens is best friend. Candace Owens is literally like his best friend. But okay.
Context clip. Have you seen the full clip?
No.
I have it right here. Take a look.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot.
Yep. That's too many words to be taken seriously.
You're right, Gabrielle. He could have worded that better.
He could have.
He should probably be shot dead for that. Right? I'm just kidding.
No, yeah.
Obviously. Obviously.
I'm still in like such a state of shock at the world right now.
That's why, honestly, I didn't show you another video that we're going to look at in here of Charlie Kirk with his baby. That is just like, fuck, man. We're going to watch that right after this, though.
Okay.
He was making an argument that it's not good to discriminate one way or the other based on the color of one's skin, which happens to be the opposite of being racist.
No. In that one, he's saying Joy Reid, Michelle Obama, Sheila Jackson, and Ketanji Jackson are only in their positions of power because of affirmative action.
That's actually what they said.
Mm-hmm.
And it's racist that he would say that.
No, he's saying that those women literally said that.
No. Those women would never say that.
Actually, if you watch it in even more full context, you'd see that Charlie Kirk then plays the clips of them saying it. You should watch. Here, take a look.
Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, and particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color.
Well, let me just be clear. I got into Harvard only because of affirmative action.
I think you get a clear...
Hey, that worked out real well for the world. Joy Reid is such a net positive for everyone. Not.
I don't know who she is.
Oh, you want to talk about racist? Dude, she is awful.
Understanding of Kirk's thinking with the shorter out of context clips that I post on my Instagram. He just thinks those women are stupid because they're black.
No, he thinks those specific women are stupid based on the ideas that they express.
Give me a break. There is nothing stupid about Ketanji Jackson.
Well, watch this and you tell me.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
You think she's stupid because she's black.
Nope, I think she's just as stupid as these white women that gave the same answer.
What is a woman? I don't even know how to answer that.
You're saying these white women are stupid because you think they're black.
No, I'm saying Charlie Kirk was a smart guy who...
Oh man, dude.
JP.
That's good right there.
But the courage to take on any topic. So you have to listen to the full context of nuances in his conversations.
Nuance has no place in politics. Have you seen this one? It's a game, set, match on him being a racist.
I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Tell me that
has gone around the internet with no context whatsoever, like wildfire. And then when he gives a full context, I'm like, this actually happened to me. And I'm 100, it wasn't a black person, but exactly what he's going to say happened to me. And Gabrielle can testify. And we'll talk about it.
Racist.
Here's the full context clip.
And that's why I think this United story and the DEI story hits so hard, because we've all been in the back of a plane when the turbulence hits, or when you're flying through a storm and you're like, I'm so glad I saw the guy with the right stuff and the square jaw get into the cockpit before we took off. And I feel better now thinking about that.
No, I mean, like, you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has created.
I mean,
exactly. He's not saying because I think blacks can't fly planes. He's saying because United is saying we have lowered the standards for black people who want to be pilots. So you see a black person, you're like, oh fuck, is this person qualified? Right? Like that's not a complicated concept to understand at all. For me, it was when we were flying to Mexico and it was a woman pilot. And when we were coming in, I mean, it was windy, But fuck, man, that was a sketchy ass landing. And I was like, I'm like, of course, I probably made that happen because I saw there was a woman pilot. I'm like, oh fuck, we got a diversity hire.
It is scary though, you know, like when you hear that there are companies who are literally lowering the standard of like qualification so that they can hire people of different backgrounds, races, genders, whatever.
It makes no sense.
I mean,
our lives are in their
jobs,
hands.
One could argue every job, but certainly certain ones should be awarded based on ability to do the dang job at the highest capacity. You should hire the best. When you have a plane flying through the sky responsible for hundreds of lives, you should have the best pilot.
Especially if I'm on the plane, right? Especially if I'm on the plane.
Especially.
I mean, Jesus, man.
But it's
a fact. Sadly, it's not complicated.
It's been created.
Piloting,
because like he was saying, you know, what, 15 years before the whole I don't even know when it started, but before that whole thing started, you never would have thought that you'd be like, oh, pilot, sweet, whatever, amazing, great. Obviously went through the highest standard of training, like they're good to go, we're great. Then you hear that certain companies are dropping the qualifications, and you're like,
you've now created racist mindset.
Yeah.
You've created the racist mindset by changing the guidelines for who can become a pilot or like this person because even if the black guy is qualified, we know that the standard that he had to pass was lower. It's as simple as that. Like we don't like, so
he could have got
100%. He could have gotten 100%, but what we know is that he didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to. That guy did. I see a white pilot now. I'm like, shit, we're good, son. A young white pilot, you're like, that guy must have been the top gun, dude. You know what I mean?
Because he had to beat out everybody who had lower qualification.
A young white male pilot, you're like, that dude must have been Maverick from Top Gun before he fucking took this job. You know? It's just dumb. It's like any way where you are creating separation by, like, I'll say race because gender is kind of different, but like by race, you're actually saying like this race has a different like path through our organization. You create racism. You don't get rid of it. You create it. Okay. It's not, there is no middle ground on this.
Agreed.
Like there's just not.
Mm-hmm.
Now the gender thing, it's like, it's, you know, it is, but like in some cases it's like they're different.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
like
you can't expect,
for example,
exactly.
Like y'all don't want me rescuing you from a building. I would try my hardest.
Well, or
but
like
you'd much rather like a full grown ass adult male save you from a burning building.
Sure. What I'm saying, it's unreasonable to say no woman can be a firefighter.
Of course, I'm saying me.
Right. But like I don't know whether they lower physical standards for women.
I don't know.
But they should not.
They
I don't
should
think. Unless there are different jobs within a firehouse. Like I would be cool if they took a look at like what has traditionally been some very rudimentary kind of organization, like, you know, the organization, like how they manage the organizations has been very rudimentary where everybody can kind of do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they decide like, okay, look, like we want to bring some women into the mix because we want like some women that we can have sex with when we're bored at the firehouse. So I'm just kidding.
Mm.
But they're like, we want to have women firefighters. So they're like, okay, so this is the type of job where we can have women on the team and we don't need to rely on them to be carrying people out of buildings unless they can meet the male standard of strength and speed or whatever.
Yeah. But I think that everyone should.
I agree. But I'm saying like if the woman can be a benefit to the team. No, I'm saying if she can be a benefit to the team, but she like drives the fire engine or like whatever.
What if you need the fire truck driver to get their ass in the building too?
Shit, I was trying to give you a break, Gabrielle. I was trying to give these bitches a break, Trying to give these bitches a break.
That's the other thing that drives me the most insane about it. Like, are there some women who are completely 100% qualified to do that job at the same standard that the males can? Yes. And I think by lowering the standards and like giving women a job based on like lower qualifications, it's undermining to the whole sex. Like, to me, that's offensive. I get offended.
I totally agree with that. I totally agree. It's like, why do you need to have women police, right? Like, if a woman can do what the guy can do, like, have you seen?
Yeah, if the girl can do it, fuck yeah, girl, do you? Like, yes.
But why do you need to have a high number of women cops if they can't do the job? Yeah. There was this video the other day. So bad, dude. It was like at a Hooters, and there was some guy who was making some huge like fuss, and there were these two female cops trying to subdue this guy. and they like could not. This is not a big dude. Like they just couldn't like they could not fucking subdue this guy.
On the screen for all of this.
Oh, because we're gonna watch. Oh, okay, but we're gonna finish this up. But like they couldn't subdue him. I wish I could show this, but this is like the exact thing that they'll age restrict the video. They couldn't subdue him, and then they're like, and finally one of the women's like, "Can you help here?" And the bouncer from Hooters comes over and in 1 second just like holds the guy down and handles him very easily. And these were not like small girls, but it's like, dude, if you're if you're going to be a girl and you're going to be on the job, you need to learn to fight. Okay. Because the girls like purple belt and up jiu-jitsu, like at a real academy, they're going to handle that guy.
Yeah.
Like they're going to easily handle that guy. But you can't both be a weak girl, like a girl that is weaker than men, and not be trained to subdue a suspect.
I feel the same way when I see like overweight cops too, though.
So
like,
I do too. I totally agree.
I feel like certain
should be a standard
have certain standards, and you have to meet them.
And you have to remain there.
Yeah, if you fall off, you're done.
You're at least not on the street.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be a donut paper pusher?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking all day. But yeah, like if you're going to be on the street, it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just thought of this scene from the movie The Town, you know, with Ben Affleck and all that. They're like the bank robbers. And there's this scene where they're dressed like the nuns after they rob that. Have you seen that movie?
It's been a long time, but yeah.
But after they're dressed like the nuns and they park their car, and as soon as they're getting out, they look and there's this one cop in a squad car. All of them have assault, you know, like they're like ready to go. And they look at the cop and the cop looks at them and just goes like this. And then they take off. And there are so many guys in the comments that are all, that's the most realistic thing I've ever seen in a police ring. It's like there's so many cops that are going to look right there and be like, fuck that shit.
Not today.
I might be one of them, at least until they got out of there. Like, I'm not going to take them on in a gunfight by myself.
Call for backup.
Yeah, like let them go and then make a phone call. You know? Anyway, okay, let's finish this JP thing.
I heard him saying is he hates black pilots.
He said that in a broader context of discussing destructive DEI policies that hire people like pilots because of their skin color rather than their abilities and qualifications as a pilot.
We shouldn't care if our pilots know how to fly planes. Like, don't be an ableist, right?
Hey, is this your computer?
Yeah.
I can see on your editing software you've had the full clips all this time, but you cut out the context and published just short, inflammatory sounding things to make Charlie Kirk look bad.
Well, not on purpose.
That's a pretty despicable and disrespectful way of defaming a good man who was assassinated.
I'm going to tell you something right now. There is always more truth when things are out of context.
That can defame people on a side who are already more prone to committing violence.
I'll tell you who's violent, and it's your side. A recent study showed Republicans have committed 858 violent acts. That is a lot.
I saw that study too, and Democrats committed 21,765 violent acts. You gotta stop taking things out of context. You're being deliberately deceptive.
Yeah.
What was that number? It was
21,000 to 800.
Yeah, what's the exact number?
21,765, I think that's
21,765 violent crimes. Okay, because this is very important. Because I got into a conversation with someone today about this, and okay, the graph sums total violent incidents across 150 cities, labeling Democrats at 21,765 and Republicans at 858 for 20. This is misleading as it does. Misleading as it doesn't account for per capita rates or population differences. Large cities, mostly Democrat-led, naturally have higher totals. Per capita data shows mixed results. Red states had 33% higher murder rates than blue states in 2022. A 2025 study found no link between mayor's party and crime rates. Wait, what? Okay, so this says combined violent rates by party. So, like, what does that even mean, though?
I don't know.
Like, what exactly does this mean? Like, by party? Like, so you're saying you knew the Democratic, or you knew the political leanings of each person? Like, I don't even know what this means. This is saying, like, the crimes that were committed in some of cities. So, like, total violent rate, sum of cities. This is just
I would
dumb.
have to
This
see,
is just dumb.
Yeah, I would have to see the study. Like this is a prime example of just taking things out of context. We don't have no idea what that means.
That means nothing.
I mean, it means something.
Maybe.
It was a Harvard study, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we should be able to find the study.
But what I'm talking about is
no one looks into that.
The U.gov study that just came out that I cited to my family today.
I still want to see. This is
24%.
I hear those words.
Here.
Again, I went to a UC-based university, a UC university that is very, very, very research-based. Like, I want to see the study. Where was this data collected?
I'll show you.
Who were they talking to?
Watch.
Like,
this is here. There you go. This is it right here. Oh wait, let's actually ask.
I want to see the.
Okay, so let's
study.
ask. Let's put this study into ChatGPT and ask it some questions. What do you want to What do you want to ask it?
I want to know where it was conducted.
Okay. Go ahead, talk to it. Or, all right.
Say, where was this study conducted?
Where was this? And by the way, everybody, this is the study that said that 24% of liberals said it was acceptable to feel joy when your political opponents are killed.
Conducted.
I don't know what it means. This study was conducted in the United States
Online. Where was it done?
Online between September 10th among 2,646 U.S. adults. 40,000. Okay, so samples were weighted by gender, age. If you want, I could send more details about Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
where was it circulating though? How was it circulated? How was the
study used 3 separate surveys, all part of YouGov's daily question series. Surveys were conducted on September 10th, September 11th, and September 12th. Samples were weighted to match the U.S. population of race, gender. Okay, so margin of error, 2.5. If you want, I can also pull up the details of question warnings. Yes.
Yeah, I want to know how it was circulated also. How was the study circulated, or how was the questionnaire circulated?
How was the question? I can't read. Circulated. Let's see.
Because I mean, imagine.
Participants came to UConn's online panel of U.S. adults. These are people who opt in to participate in YouGov surveys. Damn, so that's even more concerning.
Not really, though. Not really. So imagine you're in this like psycho Looney Tune echo chamber community on Discord or whatever, and someone shares it in there. You're going to get a much more heavily weighted Looney Tune base than you do normal human beings.
Well, but point being, there are way more Looney Tunes on the left than there are on the right is the point. 24%.
That's
to
what I'm
4%.
saying, but we don't. This study is very, very, very flawed.
How?
This was not a randomized population of people. They didn't go out, or they didn't mail out these surveys. They didn't email it to people.
It's the habitually online culture.
They let people come to them. That's a big, big, big problem in your sample base. Big problem.
If the goal is to determine which side is more comfortable with political violence, you think that because everyone who went and took it had to come to it online, that means that the results are not accurate?
100%.
Explain yourself.
I just did.
I don't understand.
Okay, so imagine someone gets the link to the study, and they are in one of those crazy forums where everyone's like, celebrating Charlie's death, and they post this in there. That community of people who comes and they're like, okay, here's our liberals, here's our left. They're gonna have much crazier leaning ideologies, and they're gonna be happy about it, and they're gonna fill out all these things. Versus, like, say it landed in your mom or your dad's email.
These people who opt in to participate, it means like they get emailed to everybody. They don't just go, they're not posted in. These are people who have opted in, and then YouGov sends them surveys all the time.
How do people opt in to YouGov?
Okay, YouGov uses what they call daily questions format on most weekdays. A set of topical questions is presented to a large sample of panelists, and they just send them out to them. Anyone in the YouGov panel can answer the daily questions, and while you can see live unweighted results as responses come in, the published final results only include responses from those who answered via a traditional YouGov survey, which means they've opted in. Now, here is the flaw. I will tell you right now. Here is the flaw. Is they did it the day after Charlie Kirk got murdered. Okay. So like, let's say that Destiny got murdered, right? And then they ran the thing. Now we've obviously established that the left has been completely brainwashed. They believe that Charlie Kirk is like some Nazi guy, right? So like, if you asked the day, you know, like people feel how they feel. So like when people are like, hey, is it okay to feel good about political violence? The right is like, are you fucking serious? Fuck no, it's not all right to feel all right. The timing is the problem. That's the problem.
Definitely part of the problem.
It's the only part of the problem. Everyone else has opted in. It's exactly the same.
Yeah,
Everyone
but I
has
don't know
opted
what
in.
their original demographic looks like. I didn't even know that YouGov is a thing. Like, how come? Like,
it means politically active, like people in all of those different like age and gender, race, whatever groups. They've just opted in to be
I don't think
people.
it's 100%. I think the margin of error is bigger than they think it is.
It might be, but it definitely is huge because of the timing of asking that question.
For sure, 100%.
Like that's a huge one.
And depending on how the questions were worded, which we have here next, but
like, I think
go down to the possible limitations.
Where possible limitations, things to note. Okay.
Because it's an opt-in panel.
Rather than a purely random sample, there may be biases. People who are willing to join online panels can differ systematically from those. Right. That's what I'm saying. This means that's why I'm saying this is actually a bigger problem. It means the more politically active a liberal is, the more likely they are to be like, I'm not saying if you just go Democrats,
that's
24% of them. It's people who identify as very liberal. We're 24%. And they're very liberal and they're engaging in YouGov samples. So they're like very politically active, which means culturally among the very active political base on the left, they are accepting of political violence. Like even if it was like anything, like Destiny is a very extreme example because he has called for violence. And so it's kind of like different. I'm going to pull him off the table. If it was AOC, okay, like let's say it's AOC and everyone's like, oh my God, she's a socialist, like communist, whatever. You're not going to sniff 24% on the right. Nowhere near that. Even if she's a man, like if it's a man, like you are not coming near 24%. It's a cultural difference, a major one, you know, like, okay, check this out. Shoe on Head did this unbelievably amazing video about this yesterday. Like I watched it last night. Like, you know, she's like funny, you know, she makes great points, but she's like funny, you know, she was so like emotional about this thing. And she's like, what the fuck is this? She's a liberal, believe it or not. But like, she plays this compilation and she's like, why are they all women? She's like, all these people, they're all, watch this. All right, check this out.
Just got shot in the neck. Hey, ooh, ah.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Yo, they got Charlie Kirk, bro. I've never been happier.
Never believe the reason I'm smiling. And it has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. Nothing to do with...
I would say pour one out for Kirky boy, but I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
Rest in peace, bozo!
Charlie Kirk just got put down like a fucking dog in Utah.
I do not, and I will not, ever feel bad when bad people get what the fuck they deserve.
I just heard that someone shot Charlie Kirk? Thoughts and prayers.
Oh no, someone shot Charlie Kirk. Look, I don't know who needs to...
What was on her nose? Is that a tattoo?
Idea. I have no idea what that is.
That's a chain.
A piercing.
Thoughts and prayers.
Oh no, someone shot Charlie Kirk. Look, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but that's how you pick...
I'm sorry, what did you say, Gabrielle? What'd you say?
Nothing. I don't condone violence.
It makes you want to grab it and hook and pull it off, right? They put hate in your heart.
Up a woman.
Homie dead. Fuck your homie dead. Fuck your homie dead.
She got arrested and expelled.
Good. He got shot in the head.
I think this guy's a paid agitator. I think a lot of, like, not a lot, but some of them are being paid to do this.
Yeah.
We got Charlie in the neck.
Why do they all...
Or someone got shot today.
Because they are.
I had a tummy ache this morning.
Just scream, I'm crazy.
Stay alive out there.
The sympathy for Charlie Kirk is weird. You don't have to like violence, but I'm confused as to how you thought the revolution was going to be magically bloodless.
I've been saying we need to bring back
It's all people that don't have any idea what they're saying. Like they just have like they've never been hit. You know, like no one's ever punched them before. They've never seen someone hurt. You know, like they don't even know what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like they're like so detached from reality.
Back political assassinations. I don't feel bad, and I don't think that everyone deserves the right to free speech. I think some people should be afraid to express their opinion in public.
I didn't like what he said, and I didn't like his opinions, and I don't really give a shit that he's dead.
The best part of this whole goddamn thing is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean nothing. It will activate no one.
Yeah, that was a pretty big misread.
Will impact few. It's just great.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. Yes. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
I saw the video before they even put out the confirmation. There was no chance that he made it through that. This wasn't the one we were hoping for, but a welcome surprise nonetheless.
I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Like, don't stop with him. Don't let him be the end dog. Get rid of them all. His wife deserves to go too. Y'all keep on talking about his wife and kids. They need to go too because they're carrying on that mentality and that lineage. Like, get rid of the whole family. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why did you guys stop with him?
There were thousands.
See what I was saying about the button? You know what I'm talking about with the button?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Would you press the button and have every single Trump voter die? All of them, all in 1 second they press it. In 1 second.
You sick.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, am I like, it puts me in such a weird place because I'm definitely judging them. And at the same time, if like the next clip was them walking across the street and a bus hit them, you think I'm going to feel anything other than, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, I'm just being honest. It's like,
well, that's them just being honest too.
Yeah.
Does not make it right.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with that other than just to say, like, if everybody was just nice, like, you think I want anything bad to happen to nice people? Like, of course not.
Well, you're making their exact
I know.
point.
But Charlie Kirk is
so
not.
Then how can you talk shit on them?
Charlie Kirk, they're wildly ill-informed. Also, I'm not making fucking woohoo. They died. I'm just saying, like, and if they were on here, you want to know the reality is, if any of those people were my next door neighbors, I'd probably just be like, yeah, they're whatever, you know, like, if I had never talked politics with them, I'd be like, you know, they fucking got a bunch of weird shit in their face, but they're whatever. If we sat at the same blackjack table as them, probably be normal-ish.
Yeah, we're nice to people. Yeah, but I just will never understand the disregard for human life like that. I don't understand it. It's so juvenile and just, it's so childish to be like, oh, I didn't like him. I'm glad he's dead. Like,
you're like,
are you 5?
You didn't know him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you fucking 5 years old? You didn't know him. How do you know how you feel about anything?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you know them or not. It doesn't matter if you agree with them
exactly
or
what
not.
Shoe on Head's whole video is like, because
to celebrate the death of a loss of human life is despicable.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm. And she makes the same, but you know, she has kids, and she's like, people always tell you that, like, before you have kids, like, oh, when you have kids, it's going to change everything. And you're like, no, it won't. And she's all, but it does.
Yeah.
She's like, and when you have kids, all you want is just a safe world. And you care about you want to protect your own children. You want to protect your family. You want a safe world. Then you want a safe country, and in that order. And it's like, I don't think that there is a disconnect between the complete lack of family, the like,
oh yeah,
the like isolationist way of like
it's selfish. The thing when you have children, you become far less selfish.
That's what I was going to show. Okay, you remember the video that I sent you, and I was like, can you believe? I assume you didn't watch it yet, right?
What?
The video that I sent you that was on child YouTube.
No,
dude, this blew my mind.
Yeah, if anyone knows how to get YouTube permanently off of TCL TV, please let us know.
This thing that I'm about to show you guys just was randomly playing, like my kids were watching shorts on YouTube. Okay.
Which they're not allowed to do. That's what happens when dad's home and I have to pick up the oldest.
Well, no, I was just walking through and I heard, you'll hear, like, I heard something said that caught my ear. And I was like, wait. I'm like, what is this? They're all, huh? And I'm like, what is this? It's literally accompanied by, here, I'll just show you. All right. So this is going to make me download this. Okay. So we're going to have to just bear with me for a second, guys. Believe me, this is going to be worth it if you care about seeing one of the most mind-blowing fucking things. I literally could not believe it. And yeah, I mean, this is what you can expect to be just snuck in to the kids section. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so this is the kids section of YouTube. Okay, let me actually do it like this, and then go like this, and then let's watch this.
You refused to save someone's life. I was 16 when my stepdad Tim got rushed to the hospital after crashing his Honda into a tree. The doctor said he needed blood fast, a B negative. Really rare stuff. Turns out I was a match. My mom grabbed my arm in that sterile waiting room and begged me, please Mia, you're the only one who can save him. Her mascara was running down her cheeks. My aunt kept nodding at me like I was crazy for hesitating. Even the nurse looked at me weird when I didn't immediately say yes. But they didn't know what I knew. They didn't know that Tim used to be different. When I was 11 and mom first brought him home, he was actually pretty cool. He'd bring me those cheap gas station cookies after work, taught me how to ride my purple bike without training wheels, always asked about my day at school like he actually cared. But something changed when I turned 13. Maybe it was because I started looking older. He'd walk into my room without knocking, stand there way too long watching me do homework, started making these comments about how I was growing up so fast, how pretty I was getting. It made my skin crawl. I tried telling my mom once. She was folding laundry and I sat on her bed trying to find the right words. Mom, Tim makes me uncomfortable sometimes. She just laughed it off. He's just being nice, honey. You're not used to having a dad figure around. By 14, it got worse. He'd brush against me in the kitchen when there was plenty of room to walk around, put his hand on my back way too low when we took family photos. One night I was watching TV and he sat next to me on the couch, started talking about how mature I was for my age, how some girls my age were already dating older guys. I started locking my bedroom door, stopped eating dinner with them. My mom thought I was just being a moody teenager. She had no clue her perfect husband was a creep. The breaking point was when I turned 15. I was getting ready for school one morning and he walked right into my room. I was changing my shirt. He didn't leave, just stood there staring and said, sorry, sweetheart, didn't know you were changing. But he didn't move, just kept looking at me with this gross smile. I finally got smart and started recording stuff on my phone, hid it in my backpack during dinner one night, got him saying how I was becoming such a beautiful young woman, how lucky some guy was gonna be someday, how he hoped I'd find someone who appreciated me the way I deserved. When I played it for my mom, she slapped the phone right out of my hands. It cracked against the kitchen wall. You want to destroy this family, Mia? You want to make up lies about the best thing that ever happened to us? That's when I knew she'd never believe me. She'd rather keep her precious Tim than protect her own daughter. I ran away that weekend. Spent 3 days sleeping in the park before the cops found me. When they brought me home, Tim acted all concerned. Gave me this big hug in front of the officers. Such a good stepfather. I tried running away again 2 months later. This time I made it to my aunt's house 3 towns over. She called my mom, but I begged her to listen first. Told her everything. She believed me. Called social services the next day. I ended up in foster care with the Johnson family. They were older, had raised 4 kids already. Mrs. Johnson made the best chocolate chip pancakes and actually knocked before coming in my room. Mr. Johnson taught me how to change a tire and never made me feel weird about it. I started therapy, learned that what Tim did wasn't normal, wasn't okay, that my mom should have protected me. It took months before I stopped having nightmares about him coming into my room. Now here I was 2 years later, sitting in this hospital chair with everyone staring at me. The same people who didn't believe me when I needed them most. My mom kept crying and saying how Tim was a good man, how he didn't deserve to die like this. But I kept thinking about that 15-year-old girl who just wanted her mom to choose her for once, who got thrown away because the truth was too inconvenient. I looked at my mom's tear-stained face, then at my aunt who was giving me the evil eye, at the nurses who probably thought I was some heartless kid, and I said the only thing that made sense. He didn't save me when I needed saving. Then I walked out of that hospital and never looked back. Tim died 3 days later. My mom sent me one text saying I had blood on my hands. I blocked her number. But you know what's weird? For the first time in years, I slept through the night without any nightmares.
What the actual fuck did I just watch?
You watched child propaganda that told you that A, you should make assumptions about whatever, not trust people in your family. You should run away. And if you run away, you're going to end up at a great place, great foster home. Whoever this person is that didn't do anything, by the way, deserved to die. And also you should cut your parents out of your family. And then the end is she blocked her mom's phone number. Like,
it's the images that are the most
that's what I'm
disturbing
saying.
to me too. Like
that is
horrifying.
That is all the propaganda that we talk about, where it's like split up the family, break the American family. That is
reels, though. We need to get the YouTube app off.
How insane is that?
That's
is that not one of the craziest things you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, what the fuck is this? I couldn't believe it. I only caught like about 20 seconds of it, and then I was like, hold on. And I was like, start this over, and then recorded it.
Were they sitting there watching it?
You know, they're just going, and I'm like, play another one of those. And then so like they went to the channel and played another one. It was some other random weird shit. And then like,
so creepy.
Yeah. Who's making that? Who makes that? And what's going on here?
How is it on kid YouTube? That's like the scary thing.
Because they're fucking making like whatevers. They don't swear. They don't whatever. They're making little ice creams. That is one of the most nefarious things I've seen. Like you think that's not intentional? You think that fucking thing being on is not intentional?
No,
is not doing exactly what, and it's all rainbowed out. Like that's rainbow mafia right there. That is communist fucking deep like psychos right there.
This is why our kids don't have unfettered access to YouTube. It's not on their devices. It's freaking stuck on the television, and I've deleted it, but they can just put it right back on.
Is that not the craziest thing you've ever seen?
I don't know how to delete it permanently. Someone please tell me.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough for this show. We've been going for a very long time, but love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.